The night cracked open with the sound of a chair scraping across the old wooden floor of Rusty Jack's bar, but even that wasn't enough to drown out the trembling whisper of the twin girls who had just run inside. "Please, someone help us." Their breath hitched, their eyes darting to the door as if danger itself was chasing them. And right at that moment, before anyone else even looked up, the single dad veteran at the far end of the bar slowly lifted his head. "If you're listening to this right now, stay. Don't scroll. Something powerful happens tonight, something that reminds us that courage doesn't need a badge, and heroes don't always wear a uniform. And if you feel the same by the end, hit like, and join this family by subscribing, because stories like this deserve to be heard." Ethan Cole wasn't the kind of man who wanted attention. A former Army Ranger and now a mechanic, he lived quietly with his 14-year-old son. His life was simple: fix cars, protect his boy, and stay far away from trouble. But trouble had a strange habit of finding him. And tonight, trouble arrived in the form of twin girls no older than 22, sprinting inside the bar, cheeks flushed with fear. One clutched her arm tightly as if she'd been dragged, the other scanned the room, desperate for a safe face. The door slammed open behind them. Two uniformed cops stepped in, eyes sharp, movements too aggressive to be normal. The entire bar stiffened. Something felt wrong. Cops didn't storm into a rural bar like that unless they were after something far bigger than two frightened girls. Their hands hovered near their holsters, not hesitation, but confidence, almost arrogance. Ethan felt the shift in the air. His instincts, those unwanted but deeply carved soldier instincts, woke up like a beast. The bigger cop barked, "They're coming with us. Step aside." One of the girls shook her head. "We didn't do anything. Please, we just need quiet." The cop snapped, grabbing her wrist. That was the last straw. Ethan stood. Not loudly, not heroically, but with the quiet force of a man who had faced things most people never recover from. The kind of man whose presence alone made dangerous people rethink their choices. "You want to rethink how you're treating them," Ethan said, voice steady. The cop scoffed. "And who the hell are you supposed to be?" Ethan didn't answer. He didn't need to. His slow, deliberate steps said everything. He wasn't afraid of them. He wasn't afraid of anything. The whole bar watched. The twins watched with a strange mixture of fear and hope. The smaller cop reached for his baton. "Sir, step aside." Ethan didn't move. "You lay another finger on them, you'll regret it." Something flickered in the cop's eyes, annoyance, maybe surprise, before the big one growled, "This is a police matter." Ethan locked eyes with him. "Then show a warrant." A hush fell. Even the jukebox seemed to know better than to play. The cops didn't produce a warrant. Instead, the big one cursed under his breath and lunged forward to push Ethan aside. But that was a mistake. Years of battle-honed reflexes kicked in. Ethan sidestepped, gripped the cop's wrist, twisted, and pinned him face first against the bar counter before anyone could blink. The other cop reached for his gun, but Ethan's boot rammed into his knee, sending him collapsing with a shout. The bar exploded, chairs scraping, glasses shattering, people shouting. The twin girls froze, eyes wide, like they had never seen anyone move that fast. When both officers were on the ground groaning, Ethan stepped between them and the girls. "You're safe now." But before the girls could speak, the big cop hissed through clenched teeth, "You idiot, you have no idea who they are." Ethan stared down at him coldly. "And you're not going to touch them to tell me." The girls exchanged a look, like they were silently debating something. Then the one with the bruised wrist reached slowly into her boot. Ethan tensed, ready to protect them again if needed. But instead of a weapon, she pulled out a badge. A federal badge. FBI. Her twin pulled hers out too. The whole bar went silent. The girls straightened, confidence returning to their posture like a switch had been flipped. "Agent Lily Brooks," the first one said, breath steady now. "And this is Agent Lucy Brooks. And these men are not police." The entire bar gasped. The imposters on the floor snarled. Lucy continued, "They're part of a trafficking ring we've been investigating for months. They followed us after our cover was blown. We were supposed to meet back up here, but," she glanced toward the door, "they got to our team first." Ethan felt his stomach turn. This wasn't just a bar scuffle. These girls were fighting for their lives. And now, somehow, he was in the middle of it. Lily exhaled shakily. "We didn't expect anyone to help us." Most people don't stand up to guys like them.